And a flight from Qatar to Logan was in the air when Iran launched that retaliatory strike. WBZ's Louisa Mohler spoke with passengers who were on the plane, and Louisa joins us live from Logan Airport. Louisa?
Lisa, we're talking about a 14-hour flight. So we told one gentleman about the strikes, and of course he was completely shocked. Another passenger said he just turned on his phone and his message group was going absolutely crazy. He's a Raytheon employee who was there for a short project. He is back home, but his colleagues remain.
They're pretty tense, texting me while I was on the plane. I got all the messages at once, and suddenly like 30 messages come in, and yeah, but they're pretty happy I'm safe.
That's what Ken Varghese saw when he arrived in Boston. Frantic texts from his family, his flight from Doha, Qatar, taking off just before airspace was closed in the country, and Iranian bombs flew toward a nearby U.S. military base. The missiles successfully intercepted by Qatar's defense ministry.
My buddies there, my coworkers were talking about like they're showing videos of missiles hitting, like apparently one hit a hospital or something, so like the debris from the missile. So it was pretty wild.
The number of U.S. forces generally in the Middle East numbers some 40,000. Most of them are located at large Air Force bases, such as the Qatari base that was attacked.
Ken escaped, but New Hampshire attorney and former Green Beret Jim Steiner says there are plenty of U.S. forces who remain within striking range of Iran. Steiner is heartened, however, by news that Iran fired the same number of missiles that the U.S. dropped on its nuclear sites.
There's a big message in that we have retaliated tit for tat, and now let's move on. We've upheld our honor, if you will.
Trump has launched the United States into another potentially endless war in the Middle East. Bombing another country is an act of war.
But Massachusetts Democrats say the risk of the conflict escalating is still high, and Senator Elizabeth Warren announcing action.
Democrats have introduced a war powers resolution to stop Donald Trump from turning these Iran bombings into another endless war in the Middle East.
Well, Iran announced that it was targeting just our military base and not civilian populations in Qatar. One passenger did tell me that the base is relatively close to everyday people, surrounded by industrial areas and shops. We're live outside Logan Airport. Louisa Mohler, WBZ News.
Louisa, thank you.